Listen, that was a good win. It was a great win. Our guys, I was proud of our guys. They played their ass off. They were ready for this game, and they wanted to prove something, and they did that. And this team has just hung in there all year long. I said it. It's a special group, and the hard part of this is that it's over for this season because it is a special group, And but hey, that's. If you got to go down that one, if it's the last one for the season, then, man, what better way to go out than that for 2022? I told them they had Victory Monday. It was – I'll say this. How about our fans out there? I mean, at the end of that, we had some fans out there in Lambeau, so – That was evident. You could see it coming out. When I came out early in the game, I'm looking. I said, okay, we got some blue here. And then at the end, you could hear them. But, listen, it's a great feeling. To win in a game like that, division opponent, on the road, they're playing for everything, and we're playing for something too. And for them to come through, it was a great feeling. I just told them how proud I was of them, and then to end there at the end, to finish it out on offense after the defense had done so well all game, and just hung in there and kept battling and didn't allow them to score points. And offensively, we woke up and made plays at the right time. And look, you knew it was going to be that type of game. I mean, this is a good team. It's a good team. It's a good defensive team as well. And it was cold. There was a little wind out there, and the field was a bit of a mess. And so, it was going to take a certain type of game. But our guys played their hearts out. So it was great. Yeah. No. Listen, I told them this morning that I knew that they're going to check. We're all going to check. I just didn't want them, if they could keep from it, to just watch every play of it because of that. Now, we had to go out to pregame warm up while they're in overtime and all those, but I think you got to be careful getting invested in it emotionally because it could drain. But basically, we found out, we found out in pregame warm-up or coming off, and I'm telling you, we were unfazed. We knew what we were coming in here for, and it was to gain some respect and show what we're capable of, no matter what happened. And we knew the only way to do that is to win. And so our guys were locked in. They were unaffected by that because we knew what the objective was. No, look, we have to, everything next year, it's a new year, and we'll get into that when it comes. I love the foundation of this team. I love the core of this team. That's the youth, and that's the veterans that we have, the guys that we have re-signed here, the guys that we plan on re-signing. But the guys that are here are people that fit us, but you got to start all over again. Next year, you got to start all over. You got to build that camaraderie, you got to build that chemistry. It's got to all start over. But I do like where we're at. And look, Green Bay will be reloaded next year. They'll be ready to go. Chicago will be better. Minnesota will be better. I don't know. They'll be competitive, whatever they are. And so I don't want to say passing the torch. I just know this. I know we're in play. I know we have a team that can compete, and we're only going to get better. And that's what you want. You want to know you got a chance. Am I talking loud? Because I've got this toboggan on.
He's been a ride for you. Just how proud were you of him?
Jamal? Yeah. He got one of the game balls.
Get the Barry Sanders record.
Yeah, it was awesome.
1,000 yards.
Yep.
Help you guys win against his former team. How happy are you for him?
Everybody's happy for Jamal. And because I can tell you this, offensively, all those guys, the fact that he got 1,000 yards and he beat Barry's record or surpassed it means a lot to that offensive line, the tight end, everybody involved in that run game. Hell, the receivers have a hand in it. But everybody to a man they're excited for Jamal. I mean, they are because He's the ultimate team guy. He's an energy guy. If he's not practicing, you got to sit him. You have to force him to sit down because he won't say a word. He'll go out there every day, even if he's probably shouldn't be practicing. And that's the way he's wired. And he's one of the most unselfish players that I've ever been around. And he is all about it for the team. But he is, man. He brings some energy to us, and I tell you what, man, he in some critical moments today, once again, he showed up, and he's one of the most consistent players we have. I've said that from day one. You can always bank on the production you're going to get from him. You know exactly what he's going to do. He'll be where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there.
This was the first chance for some of the players to play in this kind of setup. What did you learn about Hutchinson?
Yeah, I don't know if I learned anything. Let's put it this way. Honestly, it verified what I thought, and it wasn't too big for them. And they went out there and played ball. They went out there, and what you love is you could feel our guys having fun, and they were playing ball, and certainly were playing at an NFL level, but they look like kids again. They're out there, and they're enjoying every minute of it, and man, that's what you want. You don't want, when it's a hustle or it's the last game, and it's just why am I out here? Why am I? And no, man, it's about improving. It's about competing. It'll always be about competing, and so no, it was good to see them go out and do what they've done every week. Like, hey, man, it doesn't matter what stage we're on, we're going to go out and produce, and so it's good for those guys. Yes. It does. You have. I don't care what kind of team you are, or what you think you are, or want to be. Like, you have to be able to overcome errors, mistakes that'll come up. Now, you don't want to. Certainly the better teams don't make those, but yet you'll always get a few. And the teams that can overcome those, and they can bounce back, and they can convert, or they can get off the field on defense, those are usually pretty good teams. And we are. Really, the back half of the season, we found a way to overcome those. We get in some tough third downs early in the year. We were able to overcome them, and those were big because we couldn't do those. But no, it says a lot.
And the way you guys closed it out, running the ball, going for it on fourth down, giving a little bit of a trick play, almost like purposeful, like stamping that's what you guys are about right from the very end. Is that the way you would want to finish?
No, I don't think that's what it was about. Like, this is, we're going to just do this for. We really, look, we like to play. We're always going to have some things in there that are a little bit maybe out of the norm is the way to say it, but I don't think that was, hey, let's call this because we're going to put a stamp on this. We just knew the play would work. I think that's the best way to say it. And we were getting into the hands of somebody two hands that we trusted. One was Saint, and then Saint to Swift. And then the last play there, the fourth down, was let's let Goff finish this out for us. Let's let him win this game, So we put the big hat on him, and we had a feeling what they would be in, and we believed in Goff. He's been the guy that's played lights out for the back half of this season, really all season. He just had some things, some bumps, like all of us did early in the year. But we wanted to let's put the onus on him, man. Let's let him win this for us, and he did that. I mean, you talk about playing in rhythm, and it was huge. And Shark, the whole deal was, man, that's the way you want it to end. It was perfect, Yeah, I mean, look, that's certainly, I don't want to hear that anymore, the same old line. That's what all this is about. I mean, there's so many things, and it all comes with winning. But, look, this is a part of, I wanted to be part of building a brand new brand, and so I like that, and that's the point. But I also know you want to do that, man, you really got to get in the dance. You got to get in the tournament, and then you got to make some waves in the tournament. So that's the next step. We've improved every year. We improved last year. That was a special group, even though we only won 3 games. And we kept a lot of those guys. And guess what? We got 9 wins this season. And we were 5-1 in the division. We got better. And next year we'll be better. And but next year's about, man, let's get it in the dance, and then let's see what we can do when we get in there. He's played great, and he's really a perfect fit for what we do and what we ask. I mean, he's been able to. I think the true sign of a pro is somebody that can take the coaching. He can look at himself in the mirror. He knows where he needs to improve. He listens to what recommendations you have for him to get better. And I mean, he goes at it now. He doesn't shy from it. He doesn't get sensitive. He just wants to be good. And that's our quarterback, So that's pretty good stuff. Yep. All right.
What did it mean to you for Dan to put the ball in your hands there and tell you, hey, go get it? He said in his post-game press conference here just before years that that's our tournament. He said, he's playing so well right now. We're going to get to him and have to finish it.
Yeah.
What does it mean for your coach?
Yeah, it feels good, but it's kind of what we expect. It's the game on the line. You want it in your hands, and we've come a long way in 2 years, and I think this was a nice culmination of that. And being able to get the win feels good, and but yeah, finishing it that way. Loved the call. Knew that it was going to be the call, and it was a great play.
When did you find out about the Seattle game?
Pre-game.
And how did you respond? How did you respond?
Great. Yeah, there was 2 ways to go about it. They lose, all right, it goes up to 100, and it's crazy energy, and they win, and then you kind of go, okay, like, let it all hang out. We got nothing to lose now, and so yeah, there's benefits to both. Obviously, the downside is we don't get to go to the playoffs now, but being able to finish 9-8 and have some positivity towards the end of the season like we've had is good. It's a special group we have. It's a really special group, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Sorry.
This team might not play with an edge if Seattle lost.
Huh.
What do you say to
Who said that? Come on. No, I don't think that was ever the concern for us. We've been playing with an edge since we were 1-6, and felt everyone said our season was over, and we traded TJ, and everyone wrote that we're nailing it in, and I love TJ. He's going to do fantastic in Minnesota, but there's a lot of things said throughout the year that turned out to be not true.
Emotional side of the season and ended it the way you did. How much did the season test you personally overall?
Yeah, a lot. I think there's valleys and there's peaks, and we hit both of them. At different times of the year, and I think early on certainly it's hard. It's really hard coming off of 3-13, starting off 1-6. You feel like you can't find any answers, and all of a sudden something pops, and you get a little confidence. You start rolling, and things start going in your direction, and people start playing well, and it really all comes together. And yeah, it's been a good ride for us. Again, we'd love to be in the playoffs, of course. There's no consolation, but to be 9-8, have a winning record, and not get in, it's tough to argue with that after starting 1-6. Yeah, it'd be great. It's not entirely up to me, but I've enjoyed my time here. It's been awesome, and I hope it continues. But we'll see where everything goes.
There's a 30% changeover on the roster of the year. Obviously, we have a different team next year. But having gone through what you guys did last month, how important is that playing in meaningful games, finishing off the way you did for the 4 guys that would be your young guys? How important is this last month?
Yeah, I think we just showed a lot of people, who we are, and now next year every team will be different in our division. But we just beat Minnesota a couple weeks ago, and they're the top team in our division by record, and we just beat Green Bay. at their place, and us and them were the second best team by record. We went 5-1 in the division. We lost to Minnesota early on. I think people know we're here, and hopefully here for a long time. Yeah, I've always known my capabilities and what I can contribute to a team, but I think this year more than ever, I had to very focus so much on myself, and not in a selfish way, but I had to make sure I was doing my job and not trying to carry a load that is impossible to carry at certain times, and that was the challenge, but it served me well, and I've learned from it and gotten so much better as a player and as a person, and being able to learn from that's been extremely beneficial for me.
Outside for making the playoffs, obviously. You mentioned how great big finish. But with the whole knocking Aaron Rodgers out, being in Lambeau Field, where they go.
Yeah, I don't know. I could say a lot right now. I'm not gonna, but I got a lot of respect for him. He's a hell of a player, and in my opinion, the best of all time. And if he's here or whatever, I don't know. But we were doubted for a long time this year, and a lot of people say some things, and I know he was never trying to say anything, mean or disrespectful. I don't think that's in his personality, but I think we may be a little bit sensitive to that stuff, and we're ready to come in here and win a game.
They probably respect
You sure think so?
Do you have any sense of how much this fan base kind of hates the Packers? What satisfaction they get for you guys to win?
Yeah, for the fans, sure, and it's satisfying for us, sure, just because they're into the division. I think more than anything, though, it's us getting the win and being able to finish on a high note, and sure, we get to kick them out, and that's a nice side part of it. But it's winning this game on the road in Lambeau. We're a dome team. We can't play in cold weather. The whole gamut, and we come in here, we do it.
You want to take a look at your own game, but over 3 years past it's a pretty incredible streak. I mean, how impressed are you?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been part of what I've tried to do every game, and I've been able to hold on to that for quite a while. And some of it's certainly luck, and some of it, is me doing a good job. And I've been on the wrong side of a lot of those in my career, so it's seems like it's balancing out now, and it's been a good little streak.
That's
Cool, thank you.
Buddy.
Just want to stay on the field a little extra after the game, just enjoying it, being with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
How special was this and we talked about it this week, not only get the win, which I know was first and foremost for you, but to get 1,000 yards and to get Barry Sanders touchdown record all in one. Just how special of a day was this for you?
It was a great day for me. Great night and a great game. But the only thing I can really think about is just family members that passed away, and I really just dedicated this game for them. And so I've had a lot of stuff happen to me in my life lately, like just my dad and my great grandfather passing away. So it's just been a lot, and my heart's been heavy for a little bit. But I've always tried to just smile and make sure I'm there for my team and being a great teammate. So, and I'm grateful for them for just being my brothers and just understanding, what I've been through. I try to keep it quiet, not put my business out there like that, but I just had to make sure I let them know, this game was very special to me. I'm just grateful for my teammates for how they came out, just kept playing, fighting, and I'm just grateful to be on part of this team. Just the energy around here is great, and I'm just glad we came out here and handled business in Lambeau.
What does it say
Those
about
family members.
Oh.
I'm just curious, was that more of a this week thing? Is this more of a this season? How long is the family members waiting like this?
Oh, it's probably been at the beginning of this year. Yeah, so, and last year too, so. But I just been trying to be a warrior and just try to, be there for my team, do my job, try not to let outside my outside life affect my work job. But when I finally go out there and, you know, I get the game ball, I get 2 touchdowns, I got 1,000 yards my first time, it all just, my emotions finally just fell out just because I know I was doing it for my dad and my great-grandfather. And I know that they looking down on me and just proud of me right now. So I'm just grateful to be able to be successful for them and for myself too, because I worked so hard for this. It's year 6, you know what I mean? So now that I think, I just look at all the years, all the off season, all the running hills, throwing up in the off season, you know, OTAs, games, you know, even last year, just how that season was, just fighting through adversity. And I see what happens when you keep fighting through adversity. Blessings happen at the end of the road. So I'm just blessed, grateful, you know, and I'm just happy.
What does it say about this team where you guys finish it out in the playoff game with the group?
Yeah.
It didn't seem to affect you guys at all.
Well, for the record, for me, I didn't know what was happening. I was just ready to play a game. I said, don't tell me nothing. Just let me play. But, you know, I'm just grateful for my teammates, for them to know and then still come out here and just go out there and play like that is just great. And it shows how much potential and how much greatness we have in us for next year. And, you know, you wish we could keep going off of this, you know, great game that we had, but just got to get ready for next year. So, but I'm just grateful for this team. They played tremendous, played hard. We had our ups and downs, like start 1-6, then go 8-2. 8-2, yeah. So like, not like, yeah, you told me that one. But I'm just grateful for this team. Never faltered, never flinched, and just kept moving forward and just chopping down that tree, man. So I'm just grateful to be on this team.
There's a list that has you at the top and Barry Sanders second. As a running back, specifically, I've seen him play for the Lions, but just as a running back in general, what is he?
Oh, it's grateful. I feel like all my hard work is finally showing now, you know. And like I said, like all season working and just preparing for this season. And the crazy part is, like I write goals for myself every year, and this year I've hit a lot of them. And it's just like, you just be like, wow, you make those at the beginning of OTAs and not even for the season, but it's just like I look at my goal list now and check, and I got one on there that I don't even, you know, the rushing record is a check that I didn't even have on my goal list. So I'm just blessed for it. It makes me even more hungry. Like, I'm not satisfied. I think that's my curse. I'm just never satisfied because I just feel like I could always be better. So I still got a lot more to go. That's all.
You got any relationship with Barry at all? Like, what was that like? Was you watching him growing up or anything?
Oh, I was a Walter Payton man, but I like Barry Sanders too. I just like, because, you know, he a different back to me. That boy had thick eyes, you know, all that stuff. So it's just like, it was tremendous to watch him run the ball and just how he got east and west and north, like, quick. And he was just a strong runner, real short, but at the same time, he knew how to use his balance and his power. And, man, just an explosive player. So I'm just grateful to be in the same category with him. You know what I mean? I'm a different back, but at the same time, I feel, you know, I can do it all sometimes. I do, though. I got to work on this breakout speed, though. You know what I mean? That's all.
What is it, I apologize for even asking, what does it mean to be able to close this game?
Shoot, that's our dream. That's my dream. I love for a minute because I know what's about to happen. We about to run this ball, and they know we about to run this ball. But what you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta. I use the same words that my coach has been using to me since high school, and that's like, enforce your will. You know, enforce your will. 60 minutes of controlled violence, and that's it. That's all I know. And lock the gates. That's it.
Curious, lastly, you guys are changing the way people view this team.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to you, to that locker room, to change the way people look at it?
I don't care, but at the same time, like, you're gonna have to stop disrespecting us like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't watch TV. I really don't. And so, and then DC was the one who showed all the clips from people, picking the Packers over us, and because it's a playoff game, or they think the Packers going, everybody picked the Packers. They ain't nobody trusted in us. So that's how I like it, though. I like people to underestimate us and think that we can't do it, and then we come out here and we show people. So I just love changing people's hearts.
Well, you talk about the future several times. You use the term "we" quite a few times. Your contract situation. How important is it for you to be back and continue building and being part of this?
I'd love to. It's a great building block. I love Ben. I love DC. I love Deuce. I love all the coaches because they just a great bunch of guys who get shit. Ooh, my bad. Get stuff done. Ugh, I'm sorry. But I would love to be back on this team just because of our players and just how everybody is really, when you go through adversity, you see who's really for the team. And everybody was for the team when we was 1-6. You know what I mean? Everybody was still down for the team, all for one, ready to go out there and do their job when we was 1-6. And so that right there, I feel like when you at your lowest, you show what you see what people's true colors are. You see what their true heart is and where they at. And I'm just grateful for this team because then we went on a tear from there. So it just shows everybody's loyalty. It shows what type of personality they have. And I'm just grateful to be around a good group of guys, and hopefully I can be back.
You had singled out Jared and saying one play to close out the game.
Mm-hmm.
One put the hat one again to have the ball. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to mean a lot to them to have Jared be able to do that with the season he's had at least over 2 years.
Yeah.
What does Jared manage you guys?
Oh, for me, I think I called Jared Mr. Hulk. I called him Hulk before, and now the more I think about it, I see it. He's more Bruce Banner, and when we practicing, and well, not even practicing, but when we in the locker room and all that. But when he get on the field, I tell you, he turned into a little Hulk, little tall, slender Hulk. But he's great. I love JG just because he believes in everybody. He's a great teammate. He knows when it's time to put the hat on somebody else to make a play. He does nothing but give encouragement, and he does nothing but shows love, and we give it back to him, you know what I mean? And he just a competitor, and he just want to go out there and ball, and he did that. So I'm just proud of the scrutiny, and everybody talking bad about him all the time. For him to block that out and still go out there and ball is a great trait for him. And I feel like he's just a great player, a great person, and he doesn't let the outside noise stop him from being great. For me, I was only trying to get 8. Yeah, and I beat that. Yeah, by a lot. So I think it's real bright. I just think we finished off on a good note, and I think even though we didn't make playoffs and we won, we still, like I said, we're not satisfied. We still hungry, and we know what we need to do for next year, and that's don't start 1-6, and don't put ourselves in that hole, and just how we ended the season is how we need to start the season next year. So,
Thank you guys.
Gucci, I don't even know which one's my phone. Oh, never mind.